Did you know that over 900,000 people duck hunt in the United States? These people need several things, including a shotgun, a choke, which is the hunter's choice, decoys, duck calls, camouflage, waders, possibly a boat, and possibly a jet sled or decoy sled. The gun, of course, is to shoot the birds out of the sky, and the choice of the gun is up to the hunter. Some people like semi-automatic, which means you can just shoot 3 shells at once. Some people like a pump, which is when you pump the gun over and over after each shot, which does take more time. You will also need a choke, which is an accessory that goes on the end of your barrel, and this will help with short range or long range shots. So if you do plan to hunt anywhere at the coast, I would suggest a long range shot because the ducks fly further out there since it's a big body of water. If you are hunting a pond or creek, I would suggest a short range shot because they fly closer because it is a smaller body of water. You will also need waders, which is something that helps you walk through the water, and it also helps keep you warm when it's cold outside because they are insulated. You do have a limited range of where you can walk in waders, which is why you would possibly need a boat. If it is very deep water, I would suggest having a boat so you do not get wet when it's below freezing outside. You would also need camouflage, and camouflage helps you disguise wherever you're setting up, whether it's around bushes or trees. It'll help keep you disguised within that setting. Some people do prefer face paint, which is a mixture of colors like black, dark green, and brown. This helps so the ducks will not see you. If you are looking up at them in the sky while they are flying with no face paint on or face cover at all, they will see you and fly off because they do not like bright colors. And if you have face paint on, they will not be able to see that. You will also need decoys, which decoys range from all kinds of ducks. You can get wood ducks, mallards, geese, pintails, and so on and so forth. You will need these to basically trick the ducks into thinking that there are some where you are set up. You can get different kinds of decoys, whether it's just plain sitting ones or whether it's ones that make movement. If the ducks flying over see movement in the water, they will be more likely to come down and see what's going on because ducks move when they feed. So they will want to come down there and see what they are feeding on. Duck calls play into decoys because if they see ducks, they want to come. But if they don't hear anything, they will not want to come. So a duck call is something that you blow into and you make movements with your hands. This will make the ducks believe that there are other ducks down there and see if they are feeding or not, because there is a feeding chuckle that you can make into the duck call, and that will make them think that the ducks are feeding. So they will be more likely to come down there. You will also need a decoy sled or jet sled, and this is something that helps you carry the decoys. If you have too many, it is hard to carry because they do get heavy. If you have a small amount of decoys, you can use a decoy bag, and you can either put that on your back or carry it. A decoy sled is useful if you have more decoys, preferably around 20 or 30. And it also floats in the water to help you put out decoys. So with all of this being said, in order to duck hunt, you have to have a shotgun to shoot the ducks, and you have to have a good place to set up in. If it's a place with a lot of brush and a lot of things in your way, you have to try and clear out a spot so that you can have a clear shot. You also have to get to your spot where you want to set up at least 30 minutes before the sun rises. And you want to do this because if you are setting up when the sun's already out, the ducks are already flying and you will spook them. So if it's 30 minutes before sunrise and you're sitting still, you will more than likely have a successful hunt. And it is an expensive hobby, but a lot of people love to do this sport.